Heading to second week of conference play. One of the things we talked about last week was the development from week 1 to week 2. Do you see a similar type of development within the conference schedule from week 1 to week 2?
No, that's a great perspective. And going back from week 1 to week 2, I saw a significant improvement. And I know for the fans and for those out there, and starting with me first in line, disappointed with the loss. I've done this long enough now to also that you've got to be able to put it in context. You've got to be able to see who your team is. Are they getting better? Are they getting stronger? I mean, the youth of our team right now is just the number one thing that excites you, and the number one thing that it's like is a challenge right now. So getting the live reps halfway through the Humboldt game, you realize this is great for our guys. And I noticed that they didn't quit. They fought back. They put themselves back in the game. Unfortunately, there's some big plays that we're going to clean up. That Humboldt being the GNAC's reigning champion that they are and the veteran group that they are, that's what you get with a veteran group. So from week 1 to week 2 in league play, absolutely. And you expect to see the growth curve continue to stay on the same trajectory. The excitement and enthusiasm in this group, it just makes it a lot of fun for me to be around and coach. They want to work hard. They want to get better. I can't wait to get in the film room and help them achieve their goals and make this team the success that they want it to be.
What were some of those things that you were impressed with week 1 to week 2 developments?
Well, the special team sticks out first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
There was a real fiery aggressiveness with our kickoff team. I thought our kickoff return team did a really good job of moving the football and hitting the blocks they needed to block. Or they needed to block there. I really like Jamie Cacciatore. He seemed comfortable. He's a freshman kicker for us. And I just saw a part of a maturity start to happen with Jamie. You can tell from week 1 to week 2, he's okay, comfortable, he understands he belongs. Then, Sean Barber being more comfortable with his punting. Now feeling this is his first year, he's really been doing double duties for us. And, those are the things you could tell is that this group, grew up significantly from week 1 to week 2. Defensively, I was really impressed with our young defensive ends. A lot to learn, a lot to continue to grow in, but they brought a more aggressive approach to the game. They are able to hold the ground on the line of scrimmage. And our interior D linemen, we have one senior in there, and then we have a redshirt freshman, Luke Sywick, and then with Talai, he's a true freshman. I saw those guys get after it and play like a veteran, begin to understand the savviness about him. So there's a lot to learn, but you can see that. And then offensively, I felt like just there's a calmness came over it. Obviously, we cleaned up a lot of those false starts, and we saw the offense just begin to discover an identity about themselves. It's a brand new year, and part of one group I think in the offense is that it needs to discover this new identity. When you have a guy like John Vanderrat leave us, sometimes people have a hangover from John Vanderrat, and we love him, and he did a great job here, and it's a great identity he had with our offense. Now we're trying to discover something new, which is exciting.
Coach, how do you balance taking away those teachable moments from the first 2 weeks,
Yeah.
while also making sure that your guys have a short memory and look towards the future and what they can accomplish?
Well, I think what you do, you show them a lot of the positive growth. You show them examples of where you want to go with the film and the coaching tapes that we do have. You help them understand is that no one came out of the womb walking, and we all bumped our heads quite a few times, and nothing ever stopped us from trying to keep getting up and walk. No one had a problem with growing and learning then. We shouldn't have a problem with growing and learning now. And so you keep focused on the future and the goals that we have. Obviously, league play has just started. Everything is wide open. But for us, it always will come back to let's take care of our business. Let's take care of our job. Can we do it well? Let's become the very best team we possibly can be. And when that happens, we have a firm conviction here that that's you're going to find yourself in very good situations at the end of the season when it comes to postseason play, when it comes to having a chance at league championship. Those are the things you'll discover yourself in those if you take care of what's in front of you and just win today.
And then last couple of years have been very successful for you. You played opponents that you'd beaten before, and they had, I guess you'd call it the revenge factor coming into games against you. Dixie State's going to have that with you this coming week. How do you prepare your team when you know that the opponent has maybe a little extra motivation for you?
Well, it's college football, and so if you can't be motivated to play week to week, then maybe you still belong in the high school ranks. And this is, you gotta have a stamp of guarantee and know that any opponent you do play, especially in our GNAC league, they're gonna be after you, because the league championship crown is everybody wants it, and if you got a league game, that's your opponent that's trying to stand in front of you. And so I would expect Dixie. They work hard. Their coaches are great coaches. I give them as much respect as I'll give our own guys, that, hey, they're hungry for this, and so are we. So revenge factor, I don't even think about the revenge factor. It's just stay focused on what you got to do, and you got to want success badly if we're going to achieve it in this league. And I know our coaches are hard at work. I know our players in our senior class are hungry to get after this thing. They're doing the right things. It's just there's some context to it all that they need to understand, that you've got to continue to grow up in these details. If you grow up quickly in it, you're going to find yourself very successful. If you allow yourself to get stuck in the emotion of it all, or start getting all, hey, I don't feelings of it all, you're going to find yourself lost in there. So we're going to turn the tape onto the team, show them everything, and just focus the detail. In that, look at your fellow teammate, look at the coaches, and let's just all agree to sell out and get our very best for this thing. If we do that, hey, we're going to be excited about it. And no matter what, this team will become successful because they gave themselves to each other constantly, and that's what makes it such a great place to be.
Definitely. And then, like you talked about the identity of the offense, it's really started to come around from week 1 to week 2.
Right.
What were some of the things that stood out to you as being really positive things from the offense this week?
Well, the offensive line did a very good job against one of the best D-lines in our league. That is a strong defensive line that they have, and I felt like they were able to create movement. I felt like they were able to be physical with them. I felt like they were able to, just begin to execute our blocking schemes well. And versus the week prior, you could just tell there was a hesitation for them. And so I saw the hesitation be removed. Obviously, we controlled the false starts, which was, hey, just let's start there. And then the other thing I saw is we have a very young green receiving core. And I saw a guy like Eric Johnson begin to catch balls. Saw a guy like Wade Struxman catch a tough ball. I saw Mike Martins and Edward Dillahunt begin to feel the scheme, understand where they need to be. And we had Tyler Tuiasosopo take his first start. And that's his first time starting a four-year school college football game in a couple of years. So you got to see him feel it too. But without to lose sight, a guy like Terrell Watson and David Trifoletti and Oliver Petty, just some veterans, are getting after it. And so they're the meat and potatoes what we have. But then you got a guy like Ronald Douglas can bust off a big run, and you can see the speed that he can break. And so those are the weapons we do have, and now it's just we're trying to bring them together and create that synergy for them that really works when it comes to the timing of the play calling, when it comes to the different personnel groupings. So it's all coming together. It's we're, as much as we are being frustrated, we'd love to score 50 every time. It'd be great. There's some growing pains, and I see us handling them well.
What would be the most exciting thing for you, or maybe for your players, on being able to play your first home game of the year?
Oh man, the DJ, it's great. No, just being in front of our fans. Our school loves their football, and we love our school, and it's a lot of pride when we take the field. We understand what we represent, and just the great people we get to be with every day, starting from Dr. Wallace all the way down to the staff, and it's just an amazing school to be a part of. So when we take the field, the energy, the stands, the thundersticks, the DJ, it's just a great place to play, and the acoustics are amazing. So it's also great to just not have a bus ride. So we're excited for that.